Hello there, very good morning to you and welcome to BBC News. Tensions within the Conservative Party will be reignited today when the bill to allow same-sex marriages in England and Wales is debated again by MPs. Some Tory activists have urged the Prime Minister to drop the policy, saying it's costing votes. One former Conservative minister will try to push through an amendment to the bill to give everyone a right to a civil partnership. Our political correspondent Vicky Young has this report.
David Cameron says he wants marriage to be available to everyone, straight or gay. But his support for same-sex marriage has alienated some Conservative members who say the move is costing the party votes. This small group of Tory activists delivered a highly critical letter through the Prime Minister's door yesterday, accusing him of treating ordinary party members with contempt.
There is no mandate for it. It wasn't in any manifesto of any party. And the opinion within the Conservative Party and within the country is, as far as I can see, the majority is against.
But same-sex marriage has the support of many Tory MPs and activists. More than 100 have signed an open letter to Mr Cameron saying it's an important issue for younger voters and MPs risk appearing out of touch if they pander to a vocal minority.
The world has moved on, the country has moved on, attitudes to gay people are changing. And what we've said is, here's a bill which does allow gay people to marry, but it doesn't make it compulsory, and also it protects the churches, so no church can be forced to conduct a gay marriage. The Church of England is specifically exempted.
Today, Conservative MPs opposed to the bill will try to pass an amendment extending civil partnerships to heterosexual couples. But government sources say that would delay the bill by years and would be expensive for the taxpayer. Vicky Young, BBC News, Westminster.
Well, several amendments have been tabled, but that one proposing to extend civil partnerships to heterosexual couples is the one the government's most worried about. Let's just have a quick look at the numbers involved. In February, the marriage bill was approved by a 225-vote majority, but 136 Conservatives, nearly half of all Tory MPs, voted against it. In comparison, 127 Tories voted in favour of the bill. Now, this time, Labour could be set to join the dissenters. Despite backing gay marriage, it argues that the government has not made a convincing case against extending civil partnerships. OK, let's talk now to our political correspondent Louise Stewart, who's in Westminster. Louise, how do you see today panning out? How do you see the numbers stacking up?
Well, Ben, we don't know on the numbers yet, but when this bill comes before the Commons again this afternoon, it is going to be very controversial. Like Europe, it's an extremely divisive issue for the Conservatives. Many of the activists, as you've just been hearing, against it, but David Cameron is championing it. He believes that extending rights to same-sex couples will actually strengthen the institution of marriage. But as you pointed out, this amendment from the former Children's Minister Tim Loughton is the big worry for them. If they extended the rights to heterosexual couples too, because we know he's such a strong opponent of same-sex marriage. Many see it as a wrecking tactic, if you like, to try and get this bill thrown out altogether or kicked into the long grass. Now, just a few minutes ago, I was told that the government will proceed with this bill, whether Tim Loughton's amendment gets support or not. So they hope to be able to push it through. So the vote's not until about 10 o'clock this evening, but they are determined to try and get this bill on the statute books.
And coming alongside the whole issue of Europe, this is another real headache for David Cameron, just in terms of the perception that, you know, is he or is he not in control of his own party, his own backbenchers?
Absolutely. As I say, it's a very divisive issue. Last week, all the arguments, the wrangling were over Europe, whether there should be an in-out referendum. Now, just to stress the point, this isn't actually a government rebellion because it is a free vote, so MPs can vote as they choose, but it will be another bloody nose for the Prime Minister if many of them choose not to back him. OK, Louise, for the moment, thanks very much indeed. Now, the Church of Scotland could end centuries of traditional teaching about sexuality today.